What's up, everybody?
Don't think I've seen this outfit for Brian before, but you can ask him about it. I'll take questions.
That's really weird, Kyle, because all of this is mine.
I can imagine that. I just haven't seen you wear it. We'll go ahead and start with questions.
First preference.
Start with Ryan.
Yeah, like Kyle was saying, can you tell us a bit about your look right now?
This is just kind of what I usually look like on a daily basis. Big fan of jewelry. I just asked my teammates for it. I think one thing that's always stuck in my mind is Ryan Fitzpatrick in, I think it was like 2016, at Deshaun Jackson, Cal guy, all his jewelry after. And I always promised myself if I got a press conference, I'd do the same. So here I am.
Just to follow up, you jumped on that fumble in the end zone. Could you take us through that play?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was inside zone. If I can remember, I'm pretty sure the backers blitz, and I actually think I missed the backer we were supposed to go to, so I kind of tried to work back, and working back to the linebacker, I ended up kind of behind the pile, and I actually saw Barrett Miller, our left tackle, was above the ball, or he was kind of in front of it, and he was kind of reaching for it, and, Lyman dream flashed in front of my head, my eyes. Haven't scored a touchdown since Pop Warner. I was a Pop Warner tight end, so, used to score back in the day, but I think it's been like 10 years. So just kind of saw the ball. And in my mind, I grabbed it and dove like 3 yards. I just rewatched it, and it was more of like a half-yard lunge. So, not as athletic as I thought it was, but, still probably a memory I'll have till the day I die. Did not expect to score a touchdown in college. And I was okay with that. I was totally fine with not scoring a touchdown. But, here we are.
Steve?
Yeah, Brian, to follow up on your guard, whose chains are those?
These, I believe, this one is they're all offensive line. So this is Wyckoff, and then this is TJ Session. They're kind enough to lend them to me.
I know it's only been an hour or maybe even less than that since the game's over, but did you process this is the last Pac-12 game in Memorial Stadium, the last game of the season here, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, no. I'm gonna be honest. Even before the game, I was pretty emotional. I love Cal. The past 5 years here have been probably some of the best 5 years of my life, and man, I'm thankful for every second of it, and I'm really happy to end on a win.
Jeff?
Brian, do you imagine you'll have a conversation with your grandfather about scoring a touchdown?
Yeah, probably. I think he has a few more than I do, but I'll do my best to catch up.
What will he say to you?
Oh man, I don't know. I think he'll probably give me some technique about running. He was Bambi, right? So his touchdowns were a little bit longer than mine were, yards wise. But I'm sure he had a 1 yard touchdown or half-yard touchdown. So we'll have some.
Just as graceful as him.
Yeah, right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Can you talk a little bit about the emotions on the field as the clock ran out today?
Yeah, just kind of a relief. That's not the way we wanted it to end. But I think a win is a win. We're going to learn from definitely the mistakes in that third and fourth quarter. Probably didn't finish the way we wanted to. I think defense came up really big, with the touchdown and then the stop. But yeah, that was a lot of joy, a lot of relief. Just happy, I want to win here. This is a great place. I love it with every part of my being, and I'm just really glad to have my last game here be a win.
Brian, following up on that, you know the history of the big game.
Yeah.
You know how much it means to this school, to Stanford, to the Bay Area. How much will you talk to your teammates, a lot of whom don't know about the history, this week to get them ready for next Saturday?
Yeah, it's a bit, it's the big game, right? But at the end of the day, I think we're just focused on winning every week. I think we're definitely going to recognize the history and appreciate that. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to win out and get to a bowl game. And our mindset is win every week. Just focus on going 1-0 each week. So yeah, it's definitely going to be something. It's incredible. It's two incredible schools with great history, a lot of history. Just that game. We got the axe right now. We got to make sure we keep it. So there definitely is, a rival factor, but also just making sure that we're focusing on just being 1-0.
Anybody else with a question in the room or on Zoom? Okay, Brian. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You nailed it, Brian.
Thank you, guys.